know.
Okay, so now you're writing, and you did a screenplay already, and you wrote 2 books, and you're on your way to success. Now, what I like to know, there are always some legal aspects to everything. So now, I read your book, and I like it, and I suggest that everybody should read it because you'll find some interesting things that we forget about in our lives, in our relationships, in communication, and making that relationship work. But there are also some legal sides to this too. You use some quotes from other people or refer to other situations and so forth. How do you put that in your book and not get sued? Because we're in a sue-sue society today. So what are some of the legal aspects of that? Do you have an attorney, entertainment attorney, or someone that advises you on what you can put in your book and what you can't put in your book?
Yes, I do. I'm fortunate to have a lot of lawyers on my side. But when it comes to using someone else's material, you want to be limited as to how much you use. You don't want to rewrite their book into your book. You can take certain quotes from their book, but you have to make sure that you use the exact quotes and the exact quotations. And then in your notes section in the back of the book, or wherever you decide to do your notes section, you always want to give them credit and the name of the publisher, their name, and the page you got it from. You want to give them credit because it's their work. You should give them credit.
Okay.
So that's very, very important.
Is that normally what you find at the front of the book or the back of the book? What do you normally find?
You find the notes usually at the back of the book.
Okay. That would be like a reference?
Yeah, it was a notes section.
Okay.
You can go through it and you will see who wrote that book, the year they wrote it, the publisher, and what page you got the quote from. Because that's important.
Okay.
You don't want people to feel like it's yours when it's not yours.
So let me ask you this, man. Man, this is your second book. You published and sent your first book out there to the universe, 5 Steps to Success. Has it been successful?
Yeah,
has it helped people along the way,
this is my second book, but one of the things I'm finding out is that a lot of people are asking for my first book.
Okay.
And my first book is so much personal development driven, and it's for people who want to swim upstream. Okay. You can't just be average Joe and get it from my book. You got to be people who want to really accomplish something with your life. A lot of people are asking for it, and I've noticed that since my second book came out, a lot of people are asking about my first book.
Okay.
So that's
well, I believe we have another caller on the line. Caller, are you there? Well, it seems to be a business signal. He must have got another call. But call back, caller, because we're accepting calls. We got about 15 more minutes before we have to close the show. But John, being 5 Steps to Success, without giving away the book, can you give us a kind of hint of some of this? Because, everybody's writing books, man, on success, and everybody think they have the formula. But you have only 5 steps, and everybody else will give you a page that'll reach out to Hollywood Boulevard, in some cases, But give us a kind of idea of what 5 Steps to Success is.
Basically, it has to do with changing oneself.
Did you say do what?
Changing
oneself.
Changing oneself.
Okay. So people don't like change.
No, people don't like change. You look at a little baby, and when they're wet, they have to change, and they're really upset.
That's right.
So people don't like change.
And there's growth there.
There's growth.
Yeah.
There's growth. It's like the caterpillar going through the cocoon to become a butterfly. Okay, change is beautiful.
Okay, John, hold your thought. I think we have another call on the line. Caller, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
My name is Abel Rivera.
Thank you for calling, Abel. How can we help you?
I was just listening to you guys, and he wrote a book, I believe.
Yes, he has written 2 books. One is called 5 Steps to Success. His second book, just released, is called Spread Some Love, Relationships 101.
This is perfect. This is amazing that I'm watching the show, and I call this on time. I was a first responder in 9/11, and I rescued a police officer who was injured.
Oh.
And I've been fighting to get benefits and all that, and I really want to tell my story and I'm thinking about writing a book because, it was a horrible. I hate talking about it.
Yeah, I understand that.
I still get emotional. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. No, I understand that.
I really want. It's so important that I keep my thought here, and I have a message I would love to give to you, and if you could host it every day until December 24th. I'm trying to get Hands Across America to get everybody to shine a light for 1 minute. just for 1 minute, no more than 60 seconds. This is not a religious thing. This is just to get 1 minute of peace around the whole world. And if we can get at the time zone that everyone is in, so we can get satellite pictures and see how every, part of the country will light up like hands across America, just to show everybody that to hold the power in your hand. You hold the power of the light in your hand. This is not nothing to do with God, nor do I want political power, nor do I want to be a prophet, nor do I claim to be anything. I'm just see that we all lost our way just a little bit. Like, we've lost the human touch. We've lost our human side. And everyone, I see it. I'm 45 years old, but I still feel like I'm an 8-year-old kid.
I understand that, caller, and we really appreciate your sentiments. We want to, at the end of the show, I want you we'll give you an email address or a telephone number. You can give me a call, and we'll get back with you, and we're going to see if we can work this out for you. We thank you for your call. Okay, John, let's get back to what we was talking. That was beautiful. The young man, give him some tips. He wants to write this. He was one of the first guys to rescue one of the firemen or officers at 911, and he still has it in him. So I believe it would be good therapy for him if he could learn how to write a book and give it. So what would you suggest to him?
He's very passionate about it. I felt the passion coming through in his voice.
Yeah, I heard that too.
I would suggest that he go back and look at the story, look at what happened, retrace the events, and just make notes of what happened in different stages, and then he can go back and you start writing the book from there. But it's not something he can think about forever, say he wants to do. Like I said before, he's got to decide. He's talking about it today. Right. Tonight, his plan of action should be to create the outline and start writing that book.
Start taking everything that's in his head and his heart and start putting it down on paper.
Exactly, and not wait until next week, because that's what a lot of people do, make the mistake. That's why they never write a book or never write.
Yeah, procrastination.
Exactly.
I think we all guilty of that, including myself. But we